Yeah. So as I already told you, today we are learning about the how to add an additional domain controller and move the FSMO roles from one server to another server. Okay. So there are five FSMO roles. Three are domain-wide role and two are forest-wide role. Okay. So you can see them at the server manager. If you go to the server manager here and tools, the active directory users and computers, this console is there. You have to go there. When you go there, and if you just double click on this microsoft.com and right click and go to the operations master, if you see there is an option called operations master. Click on that operations master, you see RAD PDC infrastructure, the domain wide roles you can see, and you can see an option called change here. What you can do, you can move this role or you can change the FSM holder server from one server to another server. So when you have more number of domain controllers, in this case I only have this RDC01 as of now. As soon as I add the additional domain controller, my ADC01, ADC02 or whatever domain controllers are there, they will start populating here. There will be a drop down menu will be there here. Here you just have to click that and you can select which server you want to play as a the current operations master. Okay, then just click on it, you will get move the, I mean the FSM role will get moved from this current operation master to the newly selected operation master. That is what I will show you. So to do that, what I have done, I am going to build a new domain controller. You see here, this is a server operating system server 2019. I'm going to build this server 2019 operating system. Once this is built, I'll do the post build checklist and I will add this server as an additional domain controller. So once I add this as an additional domain controller, both this ADC and RDC01 will work as the replica. If you create a user in the RDC01, it will go and sit in the additional domain controller 01. Likewise, if you create anything or if you delete something, the same thing will replicate it to the RDC01. Okay, that I'll show you today. And you may ask a question, sir, I can only see the three roles here, correct, right? So where can I see other servers, other roles also? So to see the other roles, you need to go to this active directory, sites and services. Sorry, not sites and services, it's domains and trust. Okay, so I have to go to tools and your domains and trust. Okay, if you right click on this one, you can see another operation master role. So if you click on this operations master, then you see this is your domain naming master, one of the forest wide role. Then the same thing, you can select whatever domain controller you wanted and you can move that to from this RDC01 to ADC01. See, let me show you. If you see the, if you go to the command prompt, if you see who am I, this is my administrator, correct? Now there is a command called net dom query, QUERY, net dom query F FSMO. Sorry, if you just give the space and run net dom query FSMO. Okay, net dom query FSMO. One second. Go to command prompt, net dom query FSMO. See, I should have given some space. So when you run this command, net dom query FSMO, that means you are querying your domain, okay, network domain, to list out all the available FSMO holder servers. You see, there are five FSMO roles here. Okay, one is your schema master and the domain naming master. These two are the forest wide role. Okay, and you see that is also in the RDC01 and PDC RAD infrastructure master, they are your domain wide role and they are also in the RDC01. But Microsoft recommends not to keep all the five FSMO roles in a single server, correct, right? To I mean, to be compliant, what I will do, I would like to add an additional domain controller. And you can only see four now. Okay. Another one FSMO roles is that that can be seen in a different console. There is a console called Microsoft MMC console. MMC, if you go there, if you type MMC, if you go to file and add remove snap in, you can see here something called schema master, but the schema master is not visible here. If you see here, you'll only see the active directory domains and trust, you will only see the active directory sites and services, and you're only seeing the active directory users and computers, but you are not seeing another option called active directory schema. Okay, because that is very very crucial. I told you, right? If schema master is very very important, and that cannot be, visible always. To make that visible here, you have a command. You need to run the command. That command is regsvr32, okay, schmgmt dot dll, okay, registry server 32 schema management dot dll, okay. So I think I need to give a space here. Okay, regsvr regsvr registry 32 dot schmgmt dot dll. Okay, let me check the. I think I'm doing a mistake, I guess. Let me quickly check that. Okay. So meantime, what I'll do, I'll just come here and I'll set the password here. Password at the rate 123. Password at the rate 123. Okay. So let me log into the additional domain controller. This is not a domain controller, right? This is just a server because it is not promoted as a domain controller. Okay. So let this get login. Okay. So let me quickly install the VMware tools here. Yes. Now I'll quickly go to this PC. I'll click on this PC. I'll install the VMware tools first quickly. I can run this and install. Okay. So meantime, let me come back here. I think I'm doing a mistake here. Space regsvr32 ssh schema ssh m. I think double M should be there. Yes. Schema management.dl. I think they should work now. Yes, see, it got registered. If you look at, I have run a command called regsvr32. See here, regsvr32 space schema management.dll. I have missed one M. Okay. As soon as you run, you can see the DLL registration got succeeded. Now, if you go to file options and add remove snap-ins, you see the second option itself is schema. See, active directory schema. Just add the schema. Okay, then as soon as you add the schema, you can see that here, right click, and you see there is another option called operations master. Click on the operation master. Now you see the current schema master is online, which is RDC01. Okay, and it is change. It is asking you to change to the same because as of now we have only one domain controller. Okay, so now you know where can you see the FSMO roles and how can you change it. Okay, so we'll do one thing. We'll quickly go to this the newly building server, the ADC01, okay, and we will add that as a domain controller and then come back and I'll try to show you how can we move the FSMO roles. Okay, so let us complete this, the post build activities. let the installation get completed. You see the VMware tools got installed successfully and it is getting restarted. So let this get restart and come up. Okay, now okay, the machine is ready, ADC01 is ready. Okay, I have properly renamed. Let me check one more time. See, if you just see IP config slash all, you can I think this is my base machine, sorry for that. Okay, if I go to the command prompt here, cmg IP config, see your IP address is 192.168.190.50, and if you look at the DNS address, yes, you can see the DNS address also added here. See, 192.168.190.30 and 50 I have added. So I can also see there is a communication ping. If you put 192.168.190.30, I can see the communication. Earlier there was no communication. Then I went to the firewall.cpl here, and then I turned off the Windows firewall. I turned off turn off Windows firewall. I did. Okay. So now we are good. Now how, if you look at the tools option, you don't see anything called Active Directory here, right? Now what I will do, I have to install the Active Directory domain service role. This is as usual the standard. Okay, so click on this add roles and features, click on next. I'll add the roles and features. This is my additional domain controller. See, if you look at the IP address is showing different here, 192.168.230.175. This is wrong. I mean, if the restart happened, should be corrected. IP config slash all IP all. If I put, see, it is showing preferred, it's correct. Okay, maybe this is fine, no problem. Okay, after the restart this machine will be corrected, not a problem. So let me click on add roles and features, add next, and I'll click on the Active Directory domain service role, the second role. I'll click on add features, click on next, and install. So now I'm installing the Active Directory domain service role. Okay, so this will take 1 or 2 minutes. We need to wait for that to complete. So as soon as that get completed, then we can promote this server as a domain controller. But while promoting, I should add an domain controller to an existing domain. Okay, that option I have to select. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that. Let us wait for this to complete. Now you can see it says the installation is succeeded on ADC01, but the configuration is required here. So that means the installation is done. Now if you look at this notification symbol on the top, you will see promote this server to a domain controller. So before I do that, let me go to this existing domain Active Directory users and computers, and if you see there is a OU called domain controllers. See, in that you can only see the RDC01, which is our root domain controller, and you don't see our additional domain controller. Okay, so let me go to the ADC01 now and try to promote this as a domain controller. Once this is getting promoted as a domain controller, you will see another computer object called ADC01. It will be present in the domain controller OU. Okay, so promote this, click on this option, promote this server to a domain controller. Yep. So as soon as you click on this promote to a server domain controller, promote this server to a domain controller, you can see the three options as usual, as you got yesterday, day before yesterday. Okay, the first option is add a domain controller to an existing domain. That means you already have a domain. In our case, Microsoft.com, already there is a domain is there, and we are going to add an additional domain controller means add a domain controller, add one more domain controller to an existing domain. So the first option is applicable for us. If you look at the second option, add a new domain to an existing forest, we are not going to add a domain, we are going to add a domain controller. That's what I told you. Active Directory installed server will be called as a domain controller. Okay, so the computers are called as domain controllers. Okay, so I'm going to add the first option and I would like to add microsoft.com. Okay, and you can put select options, put your username and password, administrator password at the rate 123 password at the rate 123. Okay, then you can see the microsoft.com is populated here. Just click on this and accept. Now you say next. this is what this is what we should always be doing actually. Okay, so administrator at the rate microsoft.com, password at the rate 123. It's correct. Microsoft.com, yes, it's correct. Now say next. See, it is now picking up and now it is taking me to the next option to key in the DSRM password, the directory service restore mode password. Okay, and if you look at here, if you want to create a new site, you can create if you already have an additional site, you can add that site. So why I told you the site, if you go to the here tools, you have another option called sites and services. If you are creating, if you are, it is still not, because I mean it will take some time because it is not promoted as a domain controller yet. Okay, that is the reason you are not able to see anything, and that is the reason if you want to create an additional site, you have to go to here tools, go to sites and services. Here you can create the multiple sites. Sites means one physical location. Okay, you can right click on the sites, you can create a new site called Hyderabad. See, HYD, you have to select with which link the connectivity should be there. You see one additional site got created, Hyderabad now. Okay, you can place the servers either in Hyderabad or either in Bangalore, it depends upon you. Okay, so let me create BNG with this link. I am linking with this default site link. Okay, so when you have multiple locations, you will create multiple sites here. Okay, so if I go to the ADC01 here, okay, there you can, if you just go back and come again, I think I need to, before I start this wizard, I have to create the site links actually. So, but I am not going to put it in the either Bangalore or Hyderabad or something. Okay, I will just go with the default first site link only. Okay, because I am going to add it in the same location. That is the reason. Okay, now I'll put password at the rate 123, password at the rate 123. Okay, I'll click on next option and it is asking, do you want to delegate the DNS delegation? I don't want to do delegate. I want this server to be act as a DNS server as well. And you see, as soon as I select it as an additional domain controller, it is asking me, would you like to replicate the content from which server? So when you click on this one, you can select whatever domain controller you have in your asset. Imagine if you have 10 domain controller, you will have 11 options. One is any domain controller, that's first option. Remaining 10 domain controller will be populated here, and you can select whatever is the nearby domain controller. So the faster the replication will be. Okay. So since I have only one domain controller, I don't explicitly need to select this RDC01. I can select any domain controller. So the Active Directory is intelligent enough to detect the nearby DNS or the domain controller and get the replication done. So click on next, and you see the database file is there. So it's fine. So I'll click on next, and now it is just validating the prerequisites. So once the prerequisites are done, this will get restarted. installed and get restarted. See, all the prerequisites are successfully, the checks are passed successfully. Click on install to begin installation or to begin the domain controller promotion. So now it is starting to promote my newly built ADC01 as an additional domain controller. You can see this is waiting for the DNS installation now. It started to install the DNS. It is adding this computer to the domain now. You have to read each and everything. Okay, configure the local machine, replicating the schema, see the configuration partitions, all the partitions creation is happening. It is replicating from my RDC01 to the ADC01. See, it is getting restarted automatically. I'm not doing anything. My ADC01 is getting restarted now. If I quickly go to my RDC01 now, and if I go to the Active Directory users and computers, in the domain controller, if I refresh, you see a new computer ADC01 got added. And where, in which site it is? If you remember, I've added that in the default first site only. Okay. So now let the machine get restarted. Okay. So then I'll show you how the replication things will happen. Okay, I'll create one user here and that will come and sit here. So both the places. If I create in ADC01, it will go and sit in the RDC. If I create a new user or any object in the RDC, it will just come and sit in the ADC, because both are replica. You will not be able to understand which is my domain controller. Then you have to use a command. Okay, that command is like, if you see here, there is a command can set L. If you do that, then only you'll understand, okay, my logon server is my RDC01. Okay, like that you have to understand. See, if it will show you like this, how will you understand which is your computer? Correct, na? So then you can go here, change the domain controller. You can change domain or change domain controller. Click on that, and you can select whatever domain controller you wanted. See, my RDC is there. You can select and click on OK. Then you will be connected to your RDC01 like this. So let this get restarted first. Till it get restarted, you will not see the ADC01 here. See, if I go to change here, let me close it. Go to tools, Active Directory users and computers. If I open and then right click on Microsoft.com, click on change domain controller. See, I still don't see my ADC01 because this is still getting rebooted here. Now it got restarted. Let me log in, send control and delete. Yep. Yep. Now if I go and open the Active Directory users and computer, you will see the same replica here also. Go to tools. See, this is my ADC01. I'm going to open this Active Directory users and computers. Active Directory users and computers. And if you look at here, this is also the same replica. See here, if I open this India, you have Bangalore, under Bangalore, you have admins, under IT, you have few users. Okay, let me go to this RDC01. So if I open this Microsoft.com, under India, under Bangalore, under IT, see the same users are there. It is replica. So let me create one user in the RDC. RDC01 user or RDC user. finish. Similarly, I'll go here ADC01 and I'll go to sales for you and I'll create one user in the ADC01 here. ADC user 01, ADC user 01, and password is PASSWRD, same password. I would like user should not change the password. Finish. See, I am in ADC01. I have created ADC user 1 in the sales for you, and in the RDC01, I have created under the IT RDC user 1. Okay, so now after some time, you can see both will be getting replicated each other. Okay, so we'll give some time for the replication. Okay, it will take about 15 minutes of time by default. Okay, then now we'll quickly go and move the FSMO roles. Meantime, I'll go to Active Directory domain microsoft.com and I can click on change domain controller. See now, still not. Let me close it. Let me close this. Everything. So I'll go to server manager, go to tools, users and computers, change domain controller. Why it is okay, 1 minute. I'll go to ADC01 only. Right click and go to operations master. See here, if I go to directly operations master in this server, the current operation master is RDC01 and it is asking me to change it to ADC01. Okay, let me go to command prompt net dom query FSMO. This says everything is RDC01. Okay, see now I will click on change here. As soon as I click on change, are you sure you want to transfer the operation master role? Yes. Yes. Then I'll go to PDC, click on change. Yes. Yes. Infrastructure master, I would like to click on change. Yes. Yes. Now, if you run here the same command, you can see it will show you the first two in RDC01, the last three in the ADC01. See, first two is in RDC, remaining is in ADC01. Okay. Similarly, if you want to move the other roles, so if you go to domains and trust, right click on this Active Directory, domains and trust, go to operations master, click on change. See, RDC is there. I want to change it to ADC. Change option, yes. Okay. Similarly, the schema master. So if I go to MMC, Microsoft Management Console, go to file, go to click on add snap-ins, and you see the schema is not able to see. So what I'll do, I'll run the command again. What is that? regsvr32 space sschm schema mgmt.dll. See, it got registered successfully. You can see the DLL register server in schema management.dll succeeded. Okay. Now if you click on file, click on add in snap in, and you see the schema master is here. Active Directory schema, add it. If you click on OK, you will see that is created here. Right click on that, go to operations master, and you see currently it is in RDC and I would like to make it as ADC. Click on change. The current active domain is the operation master. Transfer the operation master to different DU. Need to target active directory schema to the DC. Okay. I need to change it because you know why the error? If I click on change, the current active directory domain controller is the operations master. To transfer to the operation master to a different DC, you need to target the active directory schema to the DC. That means what I have to do, I have to connect here. Right click and say connect to change the active directory domain controller, and then I have to select my ADC01. Okay, and then now you can go to operations master and then See now, click on change. That should work. See, operations master successfully transferred. Now we will run the same command again, and you will see everything is in ADC01. See, everything. The first command, if you see, everything is in RDC. If you look at here, everything is in RDC01. Now if you look at, everything is in ADC01. Okay, so what I will do, since we are doing the lab, I cannot run both the machines parallelly. So what I will do, I will move all the roles back to the ADC01 only, because I can free up my resources, memory, everything I can free up. Okay, so what I will do, I'll come here, change the domain controller to my RDC01, and I will go to operations master, and from ADC to RDC I'm changing it back. Click on change option. Yes, it got successfully transferred. Let me close it. Similarly, I'll go to my Active Directory domains and trust here. Active Directory domains and trust. So here I would like to go to change the Active Directory domain controller. I will correct to RDC01. Okay, and then right click on this Active Directory schema, the Active Directory domains and trust, go to operations master. From ADC I am moving it to the RDC. Click on change option. Yes, I am going to change it. Yes, transferred. Close it now. Now quickly go to the tools and go to Active Directory users and computers to move the domain wide role. Right click on it, change the domain controller, connect to the RDC01. Okay, and then now right click on microsoft.com, go to operations master. You will see all the roles. See, ADC is there. I'll move it to RDC. Click on change. Similarly, I do the PDC, ADC to RDC. Click on change, and yes, okay. Similarly, infrastructure master, you see RDC, ADC is there. I have to move it to RDC. Click on change. Yes, okay. Close. Okay. Now if you refresh, and if you just go to the command prompt and rerun the same command, you will see everything moved back to RDC. See, it was in ADC01. See here below. Now everything is in RDC01. So this is how you will see, and you will check the FSMO roles, move the FSMO roles from one server to another server, and bring that back. Okay. Now quickly, that is about the FSMO roles movement. Any question before I go to the other things? Yeah. If you don't have anything, now I'll quickly go to the Active Directory users and computers OU options, and then I'll go to ROU where I have created users, India, Bangalore, under IT. If you see, this is my ADC01. Okay, and if you see the ADC01, I have created the user in IT where in the RDC01 here. India, Bangalore, IT. In this way, you have created RDC01 user where this is in my RDC. If you go to ADC, you can see the same user is created here. And similarly, if you go to sales here, I have created ADC01. And if you go to RDC and go to the sales for you see the same ADC user 01. This is what the replication means. Okay, you can even check the replication. Okay, if you go to command prompt rep admin slash replsom, if you run this command, okay, you will see, okay, what is your source DSA ADC01 and RDC01. Largest delta happened 3 minutes before. Okay, total 5 object IDs got replicated. See, about 3 minutes 21 seconds back and 3 minutes 44 seconds back. Okay, there is some total 5 objects got replicated from each other. Okay, so if you want to forcefully replicate, repadmin slash replicate now, you can use this command. So this will forcefully replicate the content from DC01 to another DC, not only DC01, from all the domain controllers. So if you want help, you can put rep admin. If you put help like this, if you simply rep admin, it will tell you all the uh, yep, see, it is replicate. Rep admin slash replicate. If you simply rep admin replication admin it is, okay, then you see lot of switches are there. See replication summary now, I have just checked it now, correct now, and replicate, see, immediately if you want to replicate, or if you want to sync all, okay, you can see sync all. See, it is resyncing now. It got synced from where you can see from this. This is the UID of or SID of my one of the domain controller. From this SID to this SID, okay, the callback message, the following replication completed successfully, means I'm forcing from this to this replication, similarly from this to this replication. If you see here, C529B6EF2 4B686544 from and to. But if you see here, this is ulta. This from this to this, so the two-way replication is enabled. Okay, so there are basic commands. You should be aware of some commands actually. If you want to see, learn, I mean more or learn more, just use this REPL rep admin REPADMIN, and if you hit enter, you will see the help how to use the switcher. See, these are all the switches: show attribute, show RODC, password replication, replication summary, okay, and synchronization of all, everything. And cases, if you want to initiate KCC, means if you are newly adding a domain controller, and if that is not having any communication, you can initiate repadmin slash kcc, so that the domain controller will create a path between each domain controller to replicate. Means, say for example, you have created a new server today, and even after 2 3 hours also there is no replication. That means what you have to do, that the computer does not have any connection in the backend. So we have a protocol called KCC, the knowledge consistency checker. So the responsibility of the KCC is to make sure that computer or the domain controller has got minimum one or two routes to replicate each other. Okay, so that is the reason I am just initiating the KCC now. If you put repadmin space slash kcc, your domain controller will start creating the paths or the connection between different domain controller to exchange the information. Okay, that is what the kcc means. It is knowledge consistency checker. So this will create the replication topology, means which server to be communicated with what another server to exchange the information. Okay, so with this, I think we are done with the additional domain controller promotion, the FSMO roles, a little bit on the replication, and also a little bit on the KCC to how to initiate the replication topology, all those things. Okay, so with that, I'm stopping for the day. I will take the question after the recording is stopped. Thank you all.